in Fijian. Ito na someone tigabun na road. Kaya na masuk, kurang na kalumbula kami na karantina. Kami dami na karantinay, na ni mami songo ki mami na nama ki hulmagin. Nawaliw na kalu, at tandumay nila lako, ni may bulan ito tayo. Nawaliw na naman yung tipo ni mami songo ni ko. Sisu ni mami turana, kay bambula. Tunisia baru pak, bikin dom siar.
Turang satu kena ulu di berutai.
Terus dengan suatu kemenangan turang,
kemenangan gam-galu bagi turang. Dan sa sumay na community ito okay and nog nasa Surrey and nabanua ikumbula basa ng turang bulbal na hamdo no
sa kay nandun bali bola-bola ni matin tobit na mata pasile buke buru-buru na bunibon masak na itabon ni na bitilew
agora de bola agora de biocan agora sa sumay na community ito okay kaya bulan nog nasa Surrey na bunua ikumbula basa ng turang bulbal na tukama naga
Lorena turang apa untuk kai. Tuh na yung relay sa may non yang berusia raw.
Menua, kumpul nama sama turun bola balu atau kapal. Berbesar kuasa nama orang dokter kita. Nagunua, kumpul sama bola balu di kamar. Berpesan sama orang dokter kita.
Nanda bulan pokai, nama teke biti, di taki, tunde, kina mata bosle ke Burubura, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege and honor for me to invite Fiji permanent representative to the New York United Nations, Ambassador Honorable Mr. Filippo Tarikendi.
Tigana turang taltabas, tigana turang taltabas. Ni madalo dia we, tigana turang tedini se sotaletiku ke o bosom baletiku so ay taleni kalau keramu usoti. Ketelangan gas no tahu. Say a few words in English before I revert back to the Itoke language. This is really our first time in Canada, and I took on this job in April, and I'm still trying to figure my way around as far as the Fijian diaspora is concerned in the United States, in North America, in Canada, and the United States. So I wasn't sure which one I should attend with all the invitations that have come for Fiji Day. But for some reason I chose this one because it came quite early. But then I also, we nearly couldn't come because there was no more money in my travel budget because I travel a lot. So we are grateful that you agreed to pay for our coming. Now, I'm not sure if all of you understood the ceremony that we've just gone through. This is based on our tradition, on the way of life of our ancestors. So because we are a maritime nation, most of the travel is by sea. First thing that happens is when visitors arrive on another shore is to greet them with a whale's tooth. The whale's tooth is the highest form of our traditional economy. It is, like all economies, a very scarce commodity. In Western culture, the evolution of their economy eventually led to gold, and gold then led to the fiat economy as we know it now, the paper money. And even now it's gone on to the cryptocurrency, the bitcoins and all that, because of the scarcity. And so for our traditional economy, this still ranks as the highest commodity, the whale's tooth, because of its scarcity. So the whale's tooth is presented and accepted. Then the traditional drink is offered. And then there is, you saw some bales of cloth. This is what's called the rokamamada, because when you travel by sea, you usually get wet. And so they offer you clothing, dry clothing, to make you comfortable. And then there's food offered. And that's what you just witnessed. It's a tradition that has transcended millennia, and we continue to practice it because it brings the community together. And so I'm really honored, we are really honored. When we arrived here, we were not sure what to expect, and to have this solemn ceremony presented to us, and when I say us, I mean my wife and I, but more importantly, the president of our country, who's the head of state and the head of government. So I represent them, and I'm also your representative, of course, in the United Nations. But today I represent your government, and so I'm honored to be able to have been accorded this ceremony. So thank you very much indeed. We are gathered to celebrate the 53rd anniversary of our independence. And the sermon that we heard today is basically telling us that independence without God, without the divine, without divine guidance, is actually not freedom. It's actually slavery. You are enslaved to the evil vices. Whereas if we walk with God, then our nature tends to the better angels within us. That was the crux of the message that we have heard. And so for us, when Fiji became independent, I was an 11-year-old in school in my province in Surrey, primary school, and marching together with other of my fellow students on this very important day for us. We didn't know what, all we were told is that, we will be free. But for an 11-year-old, the meaning of freedom was, whatever the teachers were trying to tell us. We were more interested in other things at that time. But we're now 53 years on. The leadership of our nation that brought us from the colonial era through independence are gone. They've all died. So here we are. We find ourselves together, wherever we may be, whether at home or in other countries. And so the challenge for us, the challenge for you as a community, and this is, when I say community, this is a microcosm, what is represented here, of the wider Fijian diaspora here in North America. So the challenge for us is the challenge that is no different from any other society. You may be witnessing on the news this terrible, terrible war that's going on between Hamas and the Israelis. That's what it can lead to when there is no communication, no reconciliation, and no tolerance, and all we are driven by is our prejudice. And so in the Fijian tradition, one thing that we value is what we call the talanoa. Translated roughly into English, it's dialogue, but dialogue is such a narrow term, because the talanoa means that everyone has a say. There is no rush. There's something called Fijian time and Pacific time. And so that is at the heart of our culture, which is something that we value because it brings us together. I served in the military I went into the military in 1979. I was a young officer when the first military coup took place in Fiji. I was still in the army when the attempted coup in the year 2000 took place. But then I left and I was working with the United Nations when the 2006 coup took place. But I was following events in Fiji very closely. And now we have a coalition government which basically is like a national admission that the divisions of the past, the exclusion, the differences that we try to find in each other was actually not the way to go. The only way we can survive and become strong and realize our potential as a nation is that we come together. We come together and hold hands, knowing that we are all made in the image and likeness of God. The constitution of the country south of us here, the United States, is based on that we are all made in the image and likeness of God and with inalienable rights, which means all of us have rights, equal rights. And the challenge for us as human beings is to always appeal to the better angel within us. And I hope going forward now, as a country that has matured after 53 years of experiment and failures, like all other countries. No country can say that it has a clean slate throughout its history. But we live in a time of impatience, a time of social media, and we are scrutinized much more. And that's fine. But I believe the government that I represent believes that this is the way forward for us. United, we can work together to a better future for our country. So I will now beg your indulgence. Let me turn to the Itoke language. Navononi samai tukina go ni samai bugai tekem ni tukina. Ngo esu arala ko mera maitara na bonongo. Me America retiko ira na maitara na bonongo quando samai maro tungo. E tigo tali tinga weekend na weekend di binonda ko na bono sa sulu tu weekend menda tarada. Kuni kina na bula sautu na bula bakalo undina. Ni kalau ko embulikan da sini bagayala la. Na bunda ren ko tikandakin. O mata tali
Roma.
Cheers for Fiji Day. Hip hip! Hey! Hip hip! Hey! Laila! Hey! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to Sudan. Fiji Day.
Kena bimbi no do na numa pecado no do numa kena bimbi tala no do bata siko kena sinte ke me mete ku be ke muni ke me da honta le ke muni na ne me bina ka satu ami ke muni e vosa pa ko mata na songo na kami sing kwa msa masula ka tala turanga no mbula ne me mbula ndo kai na vale una kalo na tabi de uni ka di brokina e dolo ne bingaura na ko sanu bu masha na ka sing kwa na vale ni maro ira ri biri metera waro na birau na loni matamani dolo loma ena singa kena bo ka kene be no le muni no be bite sana mai tutetu ena buno bina kongo kena ta au sa masole kira tana me mirengase e de ko moni ndodo me ke sa waro na bitu no matamani dolo loma ena singa kena bo kere ni alo tamle ko mendo salamat ke mami ka maro ke me chiko be ngona todo sa so na ka lo sa vale sebi kemni na ka ndo be nomni me mbula de dere langi na kobi quando cai non mi suma ci sono un trovare sul dono e mo mbula ndolo lo mendina e ndondo
celebrate this momentous occasion with our Fijian diaspora. I know, Mr. Ambassador, ma'am, you've had a difficult time getting here, probably a 2-day trip, as did I. I just came from Kansas City. My wife and I went home, got changed and came here, but we thought that this was very, very important for us to attend. And more so than that, I appreciate, Ambassador, ma'am, for you taking time out of your precious days, especially being new in position. I'm sure there's many other things you could be doing. I also appreciate the fact that I had a chance to visit with both of you in New York, and we had a great visit, had dinner, so got to know both of you a little better, got to know your agenda.
Let's give a hand to our local girls here. Let's keep us close to them, eh? Thank you. Thank you, girls. Thank you.
Please give it up one more time for your dancers. By the way, these two warriors right here, they're from Malaita, Solomon Islands. And they're proud to represent Fiji for you. In fact, one of them says that he's from Naita City.
go back. When our girls are doing good, their father is very happy. When something goes wrong, Amele, what have you been doing? Because he travels the world all the time. He's hardly home. So most of the times we are the mothers, we are the fathers, we are the carpenter, we repair things at home. So let's not take our role for granted. And men, we need to be recognized, we need to be appreciated, we need to be loved. Lots of flowers, lots of perfumes. So, lots of everything. Shoes, dress, it's okay. I know when my husband, a Sudanese woman who was also a minister in Sudan and the wife of the head of the UNICEF in Jerusalem, she told me, when you walk in a room, they must know you are Mrs. Tarakinikini. So Filippo, if I'm spending your money, I'm making you look good. So ladies, I wasn't prepared to talk, but I think I've ranted enough. So I pray that we'll continue to do what we are called to do by God. We have a purpose to fulfill. Let's raise better children, better citizens, powerful children, powerful citizens of Fiji, and let's show the world who we really are. And we are people of faith, we love each other, we forgive each other, and let's continue to do that. Thank you.
We will spell our devotion to the swish and the sway of the globe. Shall we dance to the ukulele? Shall we move to the steel guitar? Once you feel the enchantment of the Kumahula dance, you'll be touching my cake and me, shall we dance to the reggae? Shall we move to the beat of the drums? Exciting motion, we will spell our devotions to the swish and the sway of the shall we dance to the ukulele? Shall we move to the steel guitar? Once you feel the enchantment of the Kumahula dance, you'll be touching my girl, you and me. Hula, hula, my head. You'll be touching my girl.
sa tiku dia satu mo na kuno sa go ben e no bukri tagi sa bi hava ke na matu vale ke de sem ni biokan sa ho sa tukina e no robo di kuno no biti ka mi watu tu sa tu na kuno sa go ben malo sa holu amuni yang sa kamay na kabin ko isabi so ka patranga so na limbu so na ngau ena chiku sa go ben kuba plaka ba sa kami ni yok en mi stop ben kuba na sa holu na rubinaka na boleh benar botura numi sa tu ka uni sa ba chiku di sa tungo ena buno sa go ben kuba lule kalau ngaca cuko kalau ngaca cuko na nubu di bintaragi na numi tabangong sa tu matam ni sa ebe sa tuwa na kaunanga ene kala binutaki
just to make sure that we are all part of this. I am receiving now the Wales tour that's being presented to farewell us, to say that we can go, we have been released. The name of this part of the ceremony is, in Fijian, is called Hatale. I guess in the English translation would be something like encore. When something is good, you want to repeat. So while it's a farewell, it's also a reminder that, yeah, you can come back, you're welcome to come back. So this is the last part of the traditional ceremony that we've witnessed today. This does not necessarily take place on the same day, but usually on the last day of the visit, when the visiting delegation departs. So I'm receiving that on behalf, and as usual, we receive this Wales food and we offer it up to the Divine, to our Creator, to make sure and ask for His blessings. And the blessings that I have asked, from what I have witnessed today, is the blessing of community, the blessing of inclusiveness, the blessing of tolerance and understanding and racial harmony, because this is what strengthens us. Sa kamut kuna kamunang ay baliliw.
Ito kaya bulan yang nak bersama kami Surrey. Kamunang akan tercakap dengan penuh. Kumur bersama turun abun baru itu kapal. Berpasang mana berukir gitu. Kena makin tiba kan tuan. Antar cuma mana kamunang na matulot. Betalin dan tapi boleh na silasa. Nanti ni ibiti. Kena matin tu sampai talah dari sini benar ko. Nak value. Lebih bagus ini. Nak value nak ada sampai banyak dari sini benar ko. Kena lepas nak bos tahu. Kesampai mata. Kena dikira